Hello guys, John, Paved in Stone here. So, starting a new project today. Gave me a little idea to do a video, see if we can help a few people out or not. So it's only a small job, this one. I've already at the quote stage, I've already agreed with the client how much we're going to come out. So that's my white line here, and that's going to be the edge of my patio. Not a very big job this. Client's had a new extension built, blah blah blah. We're going to put in a nice little patio. It's only a small garden, so actually it fits in quite well with the proportions of the garden already. So I've already set that line out, great. That's how far I'm going to come out. Now, how deep do I need to dig? That's going to be my next question. Well, that's why I use one of these, a rotary level, 360 level, whatever you want to call it, laser level. They can do lots of complicated things, these levels. I wouldn't worry about it too much. All we want to find out is our datums. I want a point A and a point B, and then I'm going to put my string line out, so don't get too complicated about it. So, when we're starting a new patio, where do we start? So, I'm sure we all know the normal rule is we want to be 2 bricks below our damp course. So if you can see here, this little bit of plastic comes out. It normally runs just about underneath your door threshold there. Little bit of plastic, that's our damp proof. So if I want to be 2 bricks, that's 1, that's 2. This should be in an ideal situation where we want to finish our paving at the minimum, at least 2 bricks or 150 mil below. Now, the issue I've got on this job, if I put my paving in at that height, I'm already here, best part of 100 mil low. You might think, great, don't have to dig a lot out. Well, actually, if I transfer this over to my lawn here, I don't know if we can see that from the ground level there, we got quite a difference in our levels. Now, I've already spoken to the client about this, identified this in the quote stage. What would you like to do? Do you want to have a wall and a step down against your lawn? Or would you rather the patio's lower, somewhat right to the lawn, and then we put a big feature step in? Well, this client's chosen to have a big feature step go in once the patio's down. That's fine. That's a nice solution to it. So what we got to do now is find out exactly where those levels are. As I say, I use one of these spinning laser jobbies. Nice and easy to use, not too complicated at all. All we want to do is just find a point A and a point B. So my point A is going to be up against the house. Let's find out what that's going to be first of all. So we see here I've got my receiver jobby. And if I put it roughly where I want it, which is about there, if I move my receiver up and down, we'll start to see the beeping, and it gives us a little arrow as well. When we're bang on, which is what we want, sorry, I was in the wrong place, it keeps telling me gently, 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 I'll nudge it up. Right, see that? 192. That's all I care about is that number, 192. So, 192. On these staffs, it's a bit like a helicopter, everything's in reverse. So you go up the staff if you want to get deeper, or you go down the staff if you want to go higher. Well, I want to make sure that my water goes away from the building, so that means I've got to go down. Remember, we were at 192. So if I now transfer this over onto my grass level, then I'll do exactly the same process again. Try and find that beat. And I got there just about 189, if we can see that, just about 189. So we've gone from 192 by going 3 below against the building, and then 189 here. Well, that's a 30 mil difference. I'm putting in a 2 metre patio. If we go on a 1 in 64, that's 30 mil. So ideal, bang on, that's going to work out for us. So I can go ahead now and I can transfer this level of 1.89, and I can put a bit of tape on the pin over there, bit of tape on the pin over there, pull my string line through, ta-da! I know how deep I got to dig. Control your dig. Quite often when a job will go wrong on you, especially bigger jobs, is if you don't control your dig. Now obviously, once we get into that dig and we start pulling out, sometimes you might find ground conditions that you've got to go a bit deeper. You're not going to know that until you start digging out, and then you've got to use your expertise to get there. But normal patio installation, we're looking at 150 mil excavation. That's going to be about 100 mil of type 1 that goes back in, obviously with membrane against the dugger, the 100 mil type 1, and then we've got about 50 mil which will allow for our porcelain slab and our bed. So there's the job. I'm going to get on, mark up my datums now, tell me where my levels are, get these slabs out of the way, and then get my my little didger going and dig some holes. I think that makes sense. Well, man, we'll see. Cheers.